Well, Star Wars Celebration is underway, of course, and they start things off perfectly with the Ahsoka teaser trailer that we've all been waiting for such a long time. And you guessed it, it was awesome, great. It revealed a lot that we simply didn't know or didn't even suspect. First of all, August. I can't wait. It's gonna be a couple of months. I just hope they don't give it the Mandalorian treatment where they delayed it further. And by delaying, I mean it could go up to September, so I hope they don't. I suspect because we didn't get a date for August, we just got a month. So if delays come, you best believe it's going to be September. Alright, let's start. Ahsoka starts by saying something is coming, something dark. We know what that dark thing is, and it starts with Ahsoka traveling through what we see as ancient ruins. This could be an indication that the old Republic will come into play at some point during this series. We see shrines to the Ashla, to the Force, perhaps not belonging to either Jedi or Sith temple. Then we see a very cool move by Ahsoka. This was a direct reference to the Clone Wars animated show because they constantly did this back in the day, creating a tunnel for themselves as she falls underground into another shrine. And if you look at the designs on the wall there, this is a clear indication that she might be attempting to make her way into the world between worlds that we saw in Star Wars Rebels, where Ahsoka and Ezra entered it. For what purpose and reason, we still might not have that answer, but it would be beautiful for them to revisit some of the most famous scenes where Ahsoka could revisit in World Between Worlds. Imagine talking to Anakin again, Obi-Wan, just purely epic. The Lucasfilm logo is in red, indicating that things have started to take a turn. It is no longer safe. Blood red at that. A Lothcat together with Sabine Wren is introduced. This is the first time we see her in live action, and while she meditates, we see a very interesting scene where Ahsoka is still on this ancient shrine. Now, the bad guys here attacking Ahsoka seem to be protective droids of this shrine, and they seem to be a bit Sith cultish, dark side cultish. Through their clothing and presentation, I kind of feel that they are protectors of this shrine who might have belonged to the Sith at some point. Furthermore, their spikes are electrostaffs imbued with red insignia and red electricity as well. This gives you a hint that Ahsoka is fighting something sinister. Perhaps not Sith, but this shrine and these droids indicate something more. Mary Elizabeth as Hera Syndulla. We get to see not only her, but the ghost ship as well as, of course, Chopper. What would the ghost ship be without Chopper in it? Now we come to the most interesting part. We get introduced to new dark side cultists. At least that's what we suspect so far. They could be anybody. This oldish guy, gentleman, his name was translated to Balon, so I captured it in the CC where somebody mentioned his name. Balon, and another female character who seems to be young and brooding. She, in fact, goes on to kill an entire crew, including the captain in the next scene, but they don't have full red blades. They kind of have this orange tintish red lightsabers, indicating that they are not Sith or Inquisitors of any kind. They seem to be dark side cultists at the very least. See what I mean? The connection between the Acolyte and Ahsoka? They seem to be related in some way with the Acolyte series. I think that's going to be explained in the Ahsoka show in the end. We also get Lothal in live action where Ahsoka and Sabine Wren talk. It seems like they haven't been talking for a long time. A fleet belonging to supposedly the New Republic, where we also see the reprisal role of Mon Mothma as well with other delegates. But I think in the end it will prove to be all moot, and regardless of what they try, the heir to the Empire has arrived. We get our first shot of live action THRAWN, albeit from behind. He walks towards his throne. This Ahsoka mentioned, the heir to the Empire, of course, everybody should know by now, that is the first appearance, the first debut of Grand Admiral THRAWN in the book Heir to the Empire written by Timothy Zahn. It came out in 1991, and this is when, of course, the legend of THRAWN began, and it's still ongoing to this day. Now, Balon ignites his orangish blade, as well as Ahsoka preparing for battle. However, the environment seems to be extremely suspect. At this point, I don't know if they are inside the World Between Worlds, although I suspect that that. I don't think that is the case. I think they have activated a shrine similar to what Grogu did in The Mandalorian Season 2, where he needed to contact a Jedi to come and help him. This is the beacon that the bluish effect seems to be kind of the same when Grogu did it in Season 2. That's why I think it's kind of the same thing. We see that the female Sith cultist is also a badass pilot as well. Many starships from past iterations and new ones have been introduced in this trailer as well. Then we get a very cool shot of Balon in his Darth Vader mode, going through hallways and destroying any rebel in sight. What's more about this scene is that we first understand they could wield lightsabers, but now we know that Balon also can use the Force as he Force chokes this rebel. So this lets you know that it isn't just Darksiders or cultists that can wield a lightsaber, they also can use the Force. Now, Ezra Bridger also makes his live-action debut in this message, albeit from afar, as Sabine Wren is looking at it. We also get introduced to supposedly a third cultist, a kind of an inquisitor-looking guy who fights against Ahsoka in this abandoned industrial site. With this, we get the ramp up to the end of the trailer, where the Ahsoka logo in the end is presented and the release date is finally revealed. The original series streaming on August. No date as of yet. If there is no date, I suspect it's going to be late August, but if they delay it, as I said in the beginning, it might end up just premiering in September too, with 2 episodes as they've grown accustomed. But you have to understand also one thing. With the Celebration announcements now, we know that Dave Filoni is going to direct 3 movies, 3 new movies that are going to be about the Mandoverse, so you have to understand now with Ahsoka, a new epic starts. Everything is building up towards those movies that are going to be connected with this series and other series in the Mandoverse. And it seems like in this Star Wars Celebration, they're gonna go fully in. They're gonna explain their entire plan, where I hope the movies are slowly coming back. They see that they have no other choice. If they want to bring back the movies, they need to interchange it with the Mandoverse. The Mandoverse is gonna be chock full of series and now movies as per the reports. So it's gonna be pretty awesome for Star Wars going forward. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up down below, subscribe for dailies. Now you can have an awesome day, Star Wars fans. I'll see you in the next video, and may the Force be with you. Until then.